Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm very excited to show you one of my favorite recipes that I grew up eating, and it's my Pozoleverde, green pozole. And I hope that you guys enjoy this recipe and try it at home and enjoy it with your beautiful family. The first thing you're going to need is, of course, the hominy, and you gotta make sure that you rinse it and wash it a few times before you use it. And the brand that I prefer to use is this one right here, Juanitas. This is what I've been using for a long time and I love it. So you're going to want to set aside a cup of hominy, and we're going to use this later on for our sauce. Alright, so now after boiling the water for a few minutes, we are going to start adding the hominy. Make sure you do it nice and slow because you don't want the water to splash. After that, you're going to want to add a small white onion. You don't have to peel it or anything, you're just going to add it that way. And a head of garlic as well. Last but not least, 2 bay leaves, and this is going to add a really nice and fresh flavor to our pozole. We're going to stir it up and cook it for at least an hour. So after the hominy has been cooking for 2 hours, we're going to add our chicken breast and cook for another hour. So a total of 3 hours before we add our sauce. Now it's time to add our sea salt. So now going into our sauce, we're going to use 2 poblano peppers, and we're going to be roasting them with 2 to 3 jalapeño peppers, and we're going to roast them in a bit. Also a quarter of a white onion, and of course a bunch of cilantro. On this side I have 8 tomatillos, salt, pepper, and a can of diced green chilies. So now we're going to boil our tomatillos for 10 minutes. And then on this side I have a pan with foil on top, and this is where I'm going to be roasting the poblano peppers and also the jalapeño peppers. Okay, so now while the peppers are roasting, I'm going to show you that tomatillos are ready, and I wanted to give you a little tip. You want to make sure that when they start turning this color, yellow color, to take them out. You don't want to leave them for too long because they will like open up and make the sauce very bitter, so you don't want that. So even though you see a little bit of green in there, just take them out, it'll be fine. Because what you don't want is for something like this to happen, because that will make your sauce very bitter. So now the peppers are done, and when they start looking like this, they are ready to take out, and we are going to place them in a bag, and we're going to leave them in there for at least 15 minutes to sweat so that it's easier for us to peel the skin off. So leave it nice and tight and set them aside. Okay, so after 15 minutes you're going to take them out. You want to make sure that you leave them between 15 and 20 minutes. The more they sweat, the better. And we're just going to scrape it off. I'm going to take off the seeds and the veins so that it's not too spicy, but if you want it spicy, you can definitely leave the seeds in there. Alright, so now into our sauce, we're going to add everything in here. We're going to add the white onion, the tomatillos, our deseeded peppers. I got some poblano, and I'm only adding 2 jalapeños right now, some garlic, fresh cilantro, and the can of our diced green chilies. So after blending this for a minute, I'm going to add some water, the cup of hominy we have saved. This is going to thicken up the sauce really nice. Also some salt, pepper. I'm going to set this aside and see if I need it later. Also going to add chicken bouillon, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of chicken bouillon. Now we're going to blend everything together for at least 5 minutes. You want to make sure you blend this for 5 minutes because you want it nice and thin. The thinner, the better. So here I took out the chicken breast because I'm going to be shredding this. So you want to make sure you take it out before you add the sauce in. So we're going to set this aside for a couple of minutes. Now it's time for us to strain the sauce, and I did save 2 cups and added them to the soup without straining it so that it thickens up the soup, but the rest of the sauce you want to make sure you strain it. After we add our sauce, we're going to remove the white onion and also our garlic. And I am adding more water in here because I think it needs more water. So if you think that the soup needs more water, just keep adding it. Make sure you season the soup after and you give it a taste. Now we're going to shred our chicken and throw it back into our pot. This is looking so good. I did give it a taste and it's a little spicy, so you want to make sure that you make this recipe your own and you add your own flavor and your own spice to it. So make sure you're tasting it as you go. Alright guys, so now time for the best part of it all. We are going to start assembling our pozole. This did cook for 4 hours. So you want to make sure that you are tasting as you go. It's a dish that requires a lot of time, but it's very rewarding. So now here I'm topping it with my favorite toppings. I got some cabbage, I have some cilantro, white onion. You can definitely do your favorite kind of onion. I got some radishes, and then on this side some slices of jalapeño, lime, and slices of avocado. So here you guys go, my pozole verde. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and make sure that you check out the description down below to get the full recipe for that pozole. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!